Can we normalize just being aware of our surroundings? So I'm walking back to my car from class today, and I get to the garage, and I don't, about like half the time I have my earbuds in, half the time I don't whenever I'm walking around. I don't like to wear my earbuds a lot when I'm walking around just because I like being aware and hearing the things around me and just having that quiet where I don't constantly having media playing in my ears all the time. But anyways, I get to the garage, and typically I take out my earbuds whenever I get to the garage anyways, because I never know when somebody's going to be like driving really fast around a corner or whatever. And I get to the garage and I'm walking on the side of the aisle so that way cars can drive by me because it's a big aisle. There's a woman, college student, who has headphones on. They have their Starbucks in their hand and they're staring at their phone like this. I don't know if you can see how well you can see me. But like they have their Starbucks in their hand, they're staring at their phone like this, and they have headphones on. They're walking in the garage. And not only are they walking in the garage in the aisle, they're walking in the middle of the aisle into the flow of traffic. And I'm kind of looking at her like, what are you doing? And there's a car that's coming up behind me because I'm walking in the direction of traffic, and you can walk in the direction of traffic, you walk against it. It doesn't really matter, but it does matter when you're walking in the middle of the aisle. Anyways, there's a car coming behind me, and they kind of slow down as they get up to her, and they get kind of close to her, and she pulls one of these. She pulls one of these. And then goes off to the side. I'm like, it took you that long? Huh? Like, everybody already knows that College Station drivers are something else around here. Like, everybody knows that driving is just awful. Being around moving cars is awful here in College Station. But you're staring at your phone with headphones on, walking in the middle of the aisle where the cars go into traffic. I can't fathom how not aware of their surroundings a lot of these people are. And I really don't want to come across as one of those people who's like, oh, always listening to your music, always staring at your phone. I don't want to sound like that because I'm always staring at my phone. My screen time is atrocious. And I do look at my phone whenever I'm walking, but it's not all the time. My point is that I actually, whenever I'm looking at my phone, like I can kind of look around, and make sure, I have my bearings straight, make sure I'm not walking into oncoming traffic, making sure, there's not a scooter about to plow into me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's just a lack of self-awareness that really irks me. This was definitely the most glaring example of person staring at phone with headphones on and not paying attention to the world around them that I've seen. There's definitely been other examples, but yeah, no, this was definitely the worst because I'm just thinking, come on, like, come on, really? Another example of being in your own little bubble and not really being aware of the world around you are the many instances where I have encountered scooters driving in the parking garage here at A&M. If you watched my video about parking in West Campus parking garage, you'll know that traffic only flows in one direction in the parking garages. It's actually a pretty good system when people choose to adhere to the rules, because everything's always moving in one direction. It's always one lane. It makes circular, it goes around the parking garage with, certain rows are only one way with angled parking spaces to make it optimal for parking. It's a very good system, but there have been many times where I have encountered, in my car, I've been driving down and I've encountered scooters going way too fast and in the wrong direction. For reference, the speed limit in the parking garages is 10 miles an hour. Very reasonable, it's tight spaces, there are people moving around, all that kind of stuff. And I have legitimately encountered scooters going in the opposite direction of the flow of traffic, at least 20 miles an hour, at least. They move way faster than cars move in the parking garage. And I remember one time I was going down, because I was going down a level, and I'm going down 10 miles an hour at the max, and I kind of slow down to make sure there's nobody coming from this direction. Be like, oh, is there anybody coming? I'm looking, I'm like, okay, nobody's coming. And I kind of glance over to my left, make sure there's nobody walking. So I'm like, okay, I'm good. And I start pulling out, and a scooter comes from the wrong direction, just like way fast in front of me. I'm like, oh my god, I could have hit this person. But they were just like, I looked, looked to the right, make sure there were no cars coming, no vehicles coming, and people. And I looked to my left, make sure there were no people coming, because, you're not supposed to drive in that direction. And yeah, and then, as I start to take my foot off the brake, then just zoom, just like, I didn't even see them before. And like, how fast are you going, dude? Definitely faster than cars, I can tell you that. I don't know why people ride their scooters, and just ride their scooters in general, but like, especially that fast in the parking garages. It's like, okay, you have a scooter, you drove to campus, you got your scooter out, whatever. Listen to the rules. Like, go the speed limit, go in the right direction. Like, nobody likes scooter drivers on campus to begin with, but, like, you're not helping your case here, dude. That doesn't even mention all of the scooter drivers that are just completely unaware of their surroundings outside of the parking garages that hit people. I've seen several times where scooters just collide with people because they're just not paying attention, really, and they're going 15 miles an hour in a crowded area that says dismount in this area because it is crowded. Yeah, no, that happens frequently. People just need to be aware. Like, come on. It's not that hard to look around and just, be aware of things that are going outside of your person. Like, it's not hard to do at all. If you're walking and you need to be on your phone, that's fine. Pick your head up and look around where you're walking. If there's other people walking there as well, if there's a car coming, just be aware. If you're on a scooter, go the right direction and slow down around people. If you're in a car, check your blind spots, check your mirrors, look to the right and to the left. Do the things. Just be aware of what's happening and don't be reckless. I guess not being reckless goes for everybody, but still. Be courteous, because you are not the only person here. Please, just be courteous. You're not the only person in this world that's trying to get around. So, yeah, be aware of what's going on. Be courteous. That's all I have to say for today. I just wanted to talk about this. I'll catch you later.